Hello everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to my Beautiful Nights channel. So I got a 12mm Swarovski Rivoli from the Dollar Bead box, and I told you guys when I opened the box that I was thinking about doing a Rivoli ring, which I've wanted to do for a long time. So I sat down, I created a design, and I was so happy with it because it turned out perfect. The size of the ring was perfect, the pattern, I just love it so much, and I realized that I need to take the ring apart and adjust some colors because some of the colors was off. So whenever I design things, I take pictures of it as I'm designing it, because when I take it apart I can see what I have to adjust, so I'm constantly taking pictures and I delete the pictures afterward if I don't need them. So anyways, I took the ring apart, I dropped the Rivoli on the tile floor and it broke. And here's the Rivoli. There's a huge chunk right there missing out of the top. I was so bummed out because the entire reason why I was working on this tutorial was because I got this Rivoli from the Dollar Bead box. So I went into my stash to see if I owned any 12mm, and I really thought that I didn't because I know that I have like 18mm in two colors and a few 14. So I went through my stash all bummed out, and I actually ended up finding one package of 12mm Rivolis. Now they're not Swarovski, they're actually glass, and I got these on clearance at Hobby Lobby. I think it was like a 6-pack for $1.50. So thank goodness I had them, because this ring is so awesome. I really wanted to share it with you guys, and I didn't want to go order more Rivolis, have to pay for shipping and wait for them to come in the mail and all that. Oh my gosh, I've just been through so much for this ring. So anyways, I'm going to show you, I have a picture on my phone of what the ring looked like when I first designed it. So here it is. That's the Swarovski, and the 3mm Czech fire polish beads, the blue ones, came with a Dollar Bead box. So this is what I came up with, and I was just going to take it apart and adjust some of the color placement because I wasn't totally happy with it, and then I broke the stone. So I had to remake the ring again, and I had to change all the colors, you know, to get it to match the Rivoli, because the Rivoli's different. And this is what I came up with, and I have to say that I actually like the colors of this one more than the one that had the Swarovski Rivoli. I'm just really bummed out that I broke the stone, but anyways, this ring is so pretty. It's really pretty. It's so comfortable. It is the perfect size because it's it's not a tall ring. It's really comfortable to wear, and it's just gorgeous. Alright, so sorry for the long beginning there, but I just wanted to tell you guys what I went through to get to this point. So for this tutorial, we're going to make this gorgeous Rivoli ring. Here is the list of materials you will need to make this ring. You will need to cut 4 feet of 8-pound fireline. You can also use a 6-pound fireline if you want. You will also need a size 10 beading needle. You will need a 12mm Rivoli. You will need 3mm Czech fire polish beads and 11O seed beads, and I am using 3 different colors, and I'm using Miyuki. In this ring I actually used Miyuki and Czech seed beads together. So this is the list of materials, and I will put everything down there in the description bar for you. We're going to start by picking up 12 11O seed beads. This is going to be the center of the ring. I really haven't counted. I'm just picking them up. Let's see. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No way. Is that right? 4. Yep, that's right. 12. Okay, I'm going to slide all 12 of the seed beads down, and I'm going to leave a 6-inch tail because I have to come back through and reinforce it in time or not. So I'm going to pass my needle back through all 12 of the seed beads, and right here is my ruler, so let's see, 6 inches. Okay, so then I'll just slide this down, make a circle just like that. Then I'm going to take my needle and pass back through this bead here. I'm not tying a knot right here because if I screw up, I'm going to have to throw this thread away. I'm not going to be able to reuse it. So I found that it's really not necessary to tie a knot here. I can come back later if I have to and fix any mistakes. Okay. Now I'm going to go to the other color. If you want, you can do all the same color here, but for you guys, so you can see what I'm doing, I'm going to go to a different color. I'm picking up 3 seed beads. I'm skipping over this one, and I'm going to go through the next one. So basically, what I'm making is a little star. It's going to be a 6-point star. This is the base for the Rivoli to sit in. I'm going to pick 3 11-ohs up again. Coming out here, I'm skipping the next seed bead, and I'm going in through this one. Okay, I'm going to do this again. Pick up 3. Skip the next seed bead, and go in through the next one. Pull this tight as you go. Again, I'm going to pick up 3, skip the next seed bead, do the next one, pull it tight. You may have to adjust your seed beads. I'm using matte seed beads so they don't slide into place like the shiny ones do. Now I have this. I have 4 done. I need to do 2 more points. So again, I'm going to pick up 3. I'm going to skip the next bead and go in through that one. And there we go. Okay, I'm going to pick up 3 again. This is my final point. I'm going to go through this bead here, which is actually where I started, and while I'm at it, I'm going to pass up through these 2. So I'm actually going through 3 beads. Okay, pull the needle through. I'm going to pull this tight, pull both threads tight. So now I have this. It's actually really pretty. Isn't that pretty? It's so simple, but it's really pretty. Now I'm going to pick up a 3mm Czech fire polish bead, an 11-oh seed bead, and again another Czech fire polish bead. Coming out of this point, I'm going to go into the next point. Okay? Just like that, and I'm going to do it 5 more times. Coming out of here into the next point. Now I have to do it 4 more times. Okay, and I'm going to do this all the way around. Make sure you pull it tight as you go. Okay, I have 1 more. I'm going to pick up the same beads again. Coming out here, I'm going to go in through this bead, and again I'm going to pass up to this point here. Just like that. I'm going through 3 beads. Okay, pull this through. And now I have this little star. It's really cute. Now I have to pick up 5 seed beads at a time and go through the points here, okay? And this is going to cinch this up. It's going to be like a bowl for our Rivoli to sit in. So I'm going to pick up a green, the pearl, bronze, pearl, and the green. Now on this ring I did a bronze 3 purple, and a bronze. So it's totally up to you on how you want to do your color pattern. Right? Coming out of this point, I'm going to go through this point in my star. Okay. And I'm not really going to worry about pulling this tight right now. I'm going to add all of my seed beads and then pull it tight. So again, pick up 5. Just like this, and into the next point. There we go. That's what I have so far. Again, pick up 5. Into the next point. 5 again. And 5 again. One more time, I'm going to do 5 seed beads, and then we will pull it tight. Okay, this is what I have so far. Coming out here, I'm going to go through this bead, and I'm going to pass through. So I'm going to the point, and then I'm passing through these 4 beads there. Okay, so this is what I have right now. Now, the reason why I'm coming out here is because I'm going to put a 3mm on top of those 3 beads that are the same color. Okay, so I went through. Now, my tail is currently on this side, so I want this to be the bottom. Okay, you want that to be the bottom. You're going to go ahead, push this down, pull your thread tight, and this is going to turn into a little bowl. Okay? Make sure that you pull this tight. It helps if you hold it here with that finger and then you pull this. Okay, now we have our little bowl. So now I'm going to pick up my 3mm bead. Coming out here, I'm skipping over these 3 and I'm going to go through these 3 here. Just like that. Now before I pull this through all the way, it was loosening up there because I was trying to get in, so I'm just going to pull that tight, and then I'll pull this tight, and you want to flip this 3mm bead up inside of the bowl. Okay, it's going to rest like that. Now I'm going to do it again. Pick up another 3mm, coming out here, skipping over these 3 green, and I'm going to pass through these 3. Just like that. Flip this bead up. Pull it tight. Now I have 2 in there. You can see how it's starting to come together. I'm going to pick up another 3mm. Skipping these 3, I'm going to go into the next 3 beads. Again, make sure you flip this bead up. It always wants to go out. Flip that up. Okay. Again, another 3mm. Skip 3 beads, 3 seed beads, and then go in through these 3 here. So we're going to have to be putting our Rivoli in soon, because if I do too many of these, it'll be hard to put it in. So I'm going to go ahead and pick my 5th bead up, skip over these 3 and go in right here. Okay. And before I pull this tight, I'm going to go ahead and pop in our Rivoli. Okay, and then I'm going to flip that 5th bead in into the bowl there. Make sure you keep your finger over this Rivoli so it doesn't pop out and fall on the tile floor and break. You don't want that to happen. Okay, now I have this. I have one more 3mm bead to add. Okay, there we go. Skipping over these 3, I'm going to go in through these 3 seed beads, which is a little tight right here. Okay, just like that. This is my last bead. Flip this bead up. It's kind of like prongs in a way, with 3mm. So now I have this. Okay, now the Rivoli can still come out at this point. So what I have to do is take my needle and pass through this 3mm bead, and we're going to be picking up seed beads and laying them 2 at a time, and laying them here on these 3 seed beads. This is going to keep the Rivoli in so it doesn't fall out. So I'm going to pick up 2 seed beads. I'm going to do bronze and pass through this 3mm bead. Sorry if I'm out of frame there. Okay, just like that. Pull it tight. 3 again, and through the next 3mm. Pull it tight as you go. Every time you add your 2 beads, make sure you pull it tight. 2 again. And I'm going to do this all the way around. Okay, that's what I have so far. 2 again. One last time, pick up 2 seed beads and pass through this 3mm. Okay, now pull the thread tight. Also, I like to pinch the sides like this together. Put my finger on here and pull that tight. Okay, so now I have the center of my ring. It is so pretty. Now I'm going to pick up 2 seed beads, a 3mm, and 2 seed beads, but in order to do that I have to reposition my needle. So I'm coming out of the 3mm. I need to go back down through here. So I'm going to take the needle and pass through, if I can. Let's see if I can do all 4. One shot right there. Okay. So I'm going through these 4. Now if you can't get through that one, just go through these 3 and then go through those 2 seed beads here, the green ones. Okay, so I'm going to flip this over, pull the needle through, and now I have to go through this seed bead here. This is the point, believe it or not, of our star. Okay, going through there, pull this tight. Now I'm going to pick up 2 seed beads, my 3mm, and 2 seed beads. And the pattern I'm going to do is the pearl color, the bronze, my 3mm, the bronze, and the pearl. And I'm going to do this all the way around. I have to do it 6 times because I have 6 sides. So coming from this seed bead, I'm going to go into this one. Okay, push this in like that and pull the thread tight. I'm going to do this again. Five beads. Coming out of here, I'm going to go into the next point. Again, push this in and pull it tight. Okay, I have to do this 4 more times all the way around. Coming out here, I'm going to go into this bead. just like that. That's what I have so far, halfway around. Coming out here, going into the next point. And when I say point, I'm calling it point because it's the point of our star. When we first started making the pattern on the bottom, flip it over, those are the points of our star. Okay, I have to do this 2 more times. I'm going to pick up another pearl, bronze, 3mm, bronze, and a pearl. Coming through there, I'm going to go through this bead. One last time. Coming out here, I'm going to go in through this seed bead. Okay, push that bead in, pull it tight. So there we go. We now have the top of our ring. It's so pretty. Now I'm going to do the ring band, and I have to reposition my needle so I can do that. I'm coming out right here. I'm going to take the needle and pass through these 4 beads. Okay, just like that. Pull this through. Pull this tight. Now I'm going to pick up a seed bead, a 3mm, and a seed bead. Coming out here, I'm skipping over these 2, and I'm going to go through this 1 bronze seed bead. Now I have this. Now I'm going to pick up 2 seed beads that are this pearl color, and then I'm going to pick up a bronze one and then a green one. So I'm actually picking up a total of 4. Now I'm going to take the needle and pass through this 3mm. Okay, and I have to tighten this up, so in order to do that, you pull these white ones there, push that up so it's tight. And now I'm going to pick up a green, a bronze, and 2 of the white. Okay, I'm going to take the needle, I'm going to go through this bronze seed bead. I have to make it match the other side, so I'm going through that there, and now I'm going to go through this green and through the 3mm and through the green, just like that. Okay, and pull all of this tight. And I like to pull it in this direction because if I go like that, it gets kind of weird looking. Okay, and now I'm going to do the ring band. Well, I'm already doing the ring band, but now I'm going to do the part where it's a continuous pattern all the way around. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to pick up, let's see here, I think it's 2 seed beads, right? Yes, okay. So I'm picking up 2 seed beads, I'm going to do the green, and I'm going to go through this 11-0, the 3mm, and I also need to go back through the 11 that I'm coming out of, but I'm kind of in a weird position to do that, so I'll do it now. Okay, through there, pull this tight, and then I'm going to go through these 2. Pull that tight. Now I'm going to pick up a seed bead, a 3mm, a seed bead. I'm going to pass through these 2. Bring it down like this. I'm going to take the needle and pass through the seed bead and the 3mm. Pull that tight. Okay, and you will have to adjust it because sometimes it sits funny. So you want it to look like that. And I'm just going to show you real quick where I'm at. It's kind of hard to tell with these colors. But right there I am. Okay. So now I just did this 3mm and I need seed beads to go around this because what I'm doing is I'm having the 3mm bead in the middle and there's seed beads surrounding it. So I'm going to pick up 4/11s and pass through the 3mm. So hold that bead between your fingers like that. So see how it's in the middle now? It's kind of like we're circling it. Okay, and I'm just going to pass through 3 of the seed beads that I added. And you constantly have to flip this ring back and forth because of this stitch we're doing. I'm going to pick up 1 seed bead, a 3mm, 1 seed bead now, okay, because I just did those seed beads. So I'm going to pass through those 2 there, pull this through, and then I'm going to pass through these 2 beads. Pull this through, okay, pull it tight. Now I'm stopping, and see right there, it kind of looks weird. It's going at an angle. So I'm going to pull the thread this way and pop these beads up so that it sits better. Okay. Now I'm going to pick up 4 seed beads because I just did the Czech fire polish bead, and again I'm making circles of seed beads around the Czech fire polish. So picking up 4, I'm going to come in this direction, pass through that bead, and then I have to pass through 3 of the seed beads I just added. Okay, pull this tight, adjust it there, pull it tight, pick up a seed bead and a Czech fire polish and a seed bead. So see, I have seed beads there. I'm now starting this again. So I'm going to go around just like that. Okay. Pass through a seed bead and a 3mm. Fix that to make sure it looks tidy. Okay, there we go. So it kind of looks like an I, the letter I, in between each of the Czech fire polish beads. That's the goal. Okay, I just did this bead. Now I have to do seed beads and then surround the 3mm with seed beads. So pick up 4. Coming out here, I'm going to go back through this bead, pass through 4 of the seed beads, or 3 of the seed beads, 3 of the 4 seed beads. That's what I'm trying to spit out. Okay, tighten this up, straighten it up. If you don't straighten it up, you will see, if you do this sloppily, when you go back to fill in the sides to finish the ring band, they're not going to lay right, the beads. Okay, so now I have this. I just did the seed beads, so now I have to go back to the 3mm. So 1 seed bead, 3mm seed bead. Coming out here, I'm going to go through those 2 beads like that, pull this through, pass through this seed bead and through the Czech fire polish bead. Okay, I have to flip the ring over again because of the direction my thread's going. Okay, so now I have this. I think I will do this a few more times because I know that it is a little confusing. So I just ended with the 3mm, so I have to pick up 4 seed beads because we're making a circle around the 3mm. Okay, just like that. I'm going to pass back through 3 of them again. And see how mine looks all screwy. So I'm just going to adjust the beads, pull it tight. Okay, now I have to do the 3mm again because I just did the circle of seed beads. So I'm going to pick up 1 seed bead, 3mm, 1 seed bead. Coming out here, I'm going to go around just like that. Go through these 2 beads. Okay, that's what I have so far. I'm going to do this one more time. I ended with a 3mm, so I have to do 4 seed beads, to make my circle. Pass through 3. Straighten out my beads. Okay, and then a seed bead, 3mm seed bead, and go through these 2, and then pass up through 2. Okay, and there we go. So keep going doing this. You're going to want to stop with the 3mm bead so you can attach it to the other side of your ring band. So I'm going to do this a few more times and I'll be back and show you how to attach it to the other side. Alright, so I kept going and I now have my ring band long enough. And by the way, the ring I'm making is a size 9-10, so I can wear it on this finger and this finger. And in order to get that size, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 3mm Czech fire polish beads. So if you're wanting a size 7-8, you would do 9 3mm Czech fire polish beads. And if you want the ring to be even smaller, you would do 8. So what I have to do now, I took my needle off of the working thread and I put it onto the short thread because my short thread, the thread I started with, is down here in the center of my ring. So if I attach this to here, it's just going to be too hard. Well, I could do it, but it will be frustrating for me to weave back through here so I can get in a place to tie knots. And right now I can't tie any knots in the bottom of this. So I went ahead, I took my needle and I put it onto my short thread and I'm Xing out of this seed bead right here, and I just need to reposition my needle. So I'm going to pass through these 2 seed beads here, pull the needle through. I'm going to go through this 3mm Czech fire polish bead, and I'm probably only going to be able to go through this bead, not a seed bead, because of the angle I'm at. So let's see here. I'm going to have to do some wiggling. Okay, got through there. And now I'm on the top actually. Okay, I'm going to take my needle and pass through this seed bead. And now I'm here, so I can stop right here. I'm taking the needle off. I'm going to put the needle onto my other thread, and then we're going to close the ring band up, and then I'll show you how to tie knots. Okay, so I'm now going to attach this to this side of the ring, and this ring band does shrink a little bit, so that's why I was telling you about the sizing and all that. Okay, so my thread is on this side, so I have to make sure that I go through on this side. I'm going to pick up one 11/0 seed bead. I'm going to make this spot right here, so I have to make it match. So coming straight across, again Xing out this side, I'm going to go through this bronze seed bead. Okay, pulling that up. So now I have this. I'm going to pick up 2 white seed beads, my bronze, and a green. Actually, no, I'm not picking the green up right now. I picked the green up on that side. That's right. Because I've only made one of these rings, so it's kind of hard to remember the exact pattern. So I'm going to go through like this. Okay? So hold this between your fingers so it doesn't get loose. Pull that through. And now I have this. Okay? So now I'm picking up 1 seed bead. And I'm going through this bronze right here. And now I'm going to pick up 2 white seed beads and a bronze, and I'm going to go through this green. Okay, I'm going to turn this because I have to go in like this. Hope this makes sense. Like that. Okay, there's my 3 beads in my needle. Pull this through. There we go. Okay, pull this tight. I need to reposition my needle. I need to come out on the side here. So I'm going to go through this green and the bronze if I can. Just like that. Again, pull this tight. Now I'm going to go through the white and the bronze. Okay, I'm going to pick up a white seed bead and I'm going to fill in a gap right here. So I'm going to pick that bead up there, just like this. Okay, now I'm going to do one bronze. It's going to sit here. So like I said, this ring band does shrink. Do you see how big it is right now? It shrinks after we put all of our seed beads in, okay? Go like that. Now I'm going to go back to white. And then bronze. Pull that tight. And then white. So I'm just going back and forth, switching the colors. And bronze. And white. So I'm going to keep going doing this, putting in one seed bead at a time in the gaps, switching between my colors. I'm going to do this entire side right here, and when I get to here, I'll show you what to do next. Alright, so here I am. I just filled in this whole side. You can see it's already getting smaller. And now I'm down here. I picked up my last bead. I'm going to go through this bronze and the two white. Just like this. Now I have to reposition my needle, so I'm going to go like that. I have to weave to the other side so we can add seed beads on that side. So right there I am. I'm going to go through this green, through the Czech fire polish. Let's see. Okay, through there. Alright, I'm going to go, let's see. I'm going to go through, I have to go this direction. So I'm going to go through these two seed beads and then through the white and the bronze. There we go. I'm now repositioned, and now I'm going to do this side of the ring band. So I'm coming at bronze. That means I have to pick up the white. Just like that. And then the bronze. And just like the other side, I'm just going to fill this in, one seed bead in between each of the seed beads that are already in the ring band. Okay, I'm just going to keep going, and I'll show you how to finish the ring off when I'm done. Alright, so I kept going, and I'm now all the way around, filled in my ring band. Now I have to reposition my needle so I can tie my knots, and what I like to do is I'm just going to take and follow, I'm right here. I'm going to go through this bronze bead, the green, through here, then I'm going to go up again and come out this way, and I'll tie knots in the side of the ring here. Okay, so let's see. Then up through this bead. Through these two seed beads. And then down into the white here. Okay, just like that. Now I'm ready to start tying my knots. I'm going to take my needle, pass through right here underneath that thread, make a loop, and pass through the loop twice. Okay, then I'm going to pass through like two beads and make another knot. Make sure to catch that thread. I'm just catching that one thread right there. There's actually two threads there. I just need that one. Okay, making a loop, passing through it twice, pulling that down, pass through like 2 more beads, tie another knot. So I just keep going, doing this. Well, this time I went through 3, but that's fine. So I just keep going, tying knots, using up my thread. I try to use up all my thread if I can. I'll go all the way down here, I'll turn around, and then I'll just put the rest of the thread on that side of the ring. It makes the ring durable. It makes the ring band more stiffer, so it's not really floppy. And then what I do is I take my needle off, I put it on to this thread here. I pass through these beads here. You can tie a knot right before this 3mm. Pass through here. And I tie more knots on this side, so I just keep going. I stay in the outer edge because it's easier to tie half-hitch knots, and that's it, all done. So it's pretty simple to do. It's a very beautiful ring. I love the size of it. It is the perfect size. It is not too big, it's not tall, so it's really comfortable to wear. I'm really loving this ring, and I think you guys will enjoy it too. This is it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please like this video, leave me a comment, subscribe if you want to see more of my videos, and make sure you click the bell button so you get notified when I upload new videos, and like me on Facebook. And don't forget to share pictures of the jewelry you've made from my videos on my Facebook page, and follow me on Pinterest. Thanks for watching.